Half of you know this already. But
Hey
something
there.
so big...
Make sure you never follow
I
me.
can't ask
It's
people
all
to
our
keep it
asses if
secret
you
any
want.
longer. The rumor is true. One of our agents has made it inside the Institute.
Is this what Tinker Tom was working on?
Yes, Tom's work is related. But the device and the assembly was the Wanderer's doing. After the device was assembled, she made it inside the Institute, and then back out.
Where is the Institute?
We're not sure exactly. Best guess is that it's somewhere under the old CIT. But they've been using a teleportation device to get in and out, so it could be anywhere.
What did she find out?
I know you all have questions, but I've said everything I'm going to. But know this. The ops you're planning and running now are the most important of our lives. We have a chance at rescuing more synths than we ever dreamed of. So get it done.
Are you
Excellent
injured?
work. On our
It's a
side, we've
wonder
gone
you
through
and
your
Glory
report.
don't set off
It
metal
was
detectors.
extraordinary. So many pieces of the puzzle clicked into place. Our final analysis indicates the Institute is far more formidable than we ever feared or imagined. If we stage a mass breakout, Patriot's 13 synths will undoubtedly be the last we ever save. Instead, we use this one chance to rescue all the synths. Every last one of them.
That's a bold plan.
We can't waste this opportunity. The Institute will never let their slaves go without a fight. So the heart of our problem is manpower. Even if we call in all our agents, and we will, we won't be able to hold our own against the Institute for long. Talk with C-114. If the synths down there want freedom, they must fight and risk their lives to earn it.
Z1 seems capable of that.
We always thought Patriot was the savior of the synths. But it may be more accurate to say that Z1 is. As much as we owe Patriot, we can't be certain how committed he is. If he learns we're willing to kill to free synths, he may not have the stomach for it. So get what you need from him and then cut him loose. Good luck. We're all with you.
We must speak quickly. We cannot risk being discovered. I have made arrangements. I can get the 13 we discussed into position. But, tell me, do you think Mr. Benet's plan will work?
A better plan is to use this opportunity to rescue everyone. But synths will have to fight for it.
And I thought Mr. Benet's plan was too ambitious. Of course, I'd fight for my freedom. And I know of a few others that might as well. But enough to face all the guards? Perhaps, if we stand up openly to the scientists, more of my people would join us. Yes. Even if most don't join the fight, certainly there are many others who have been waiting their whole lives for this. But we should be prepared for some of the synths to fight against us.
All people want to be free. They just need the opportunity to take it.
If the Railroad inspires everyone like you do, the SRB is wise to fear you. You will give my people an opportunity, and they will flock to us. I admire Mr. Benet a great deal. I will talk to my friends.
Uh-huh.
Synth unit, you were scheduled for maintenance duty in SRB last night. Anything you'd like to
You get me
report?
what we talked about? And I'm in business.
Liam, I got you your username and password.
You railroad guys really deliver, you know? Hooking that ancient tech up to the modern terminals is going to be seriously time-consuming. Even with that password. So hand it over and I'll get started.
Weren't you accessing a terminal in SRB?
This is a delicate operation. Are you okay if we have to use violence?
Good question. If we find ourselves in that position, We pull the plug and wait for another opportunity. We can't risk anyone's life over this.
Sir, I assure you that won't be necessary. It won't happen again.
See that it doesn't.
Here you go.
Great. Listen, I need a favor. Z-114 is working the atrium again. Can you give him an update? It's safer if you do it.
C1?
I look forward to assisting you further.
Good evening.
The Institute is my life. I hope it'll be
Son?
yours too.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Gabriel and his gang were sick bastards, hanging their victims up like trophies. I'm just glad it's over.
While we can do nothing for Gabriel's victims, we can at least take comfort in the knowledge that the threat has been removed. But enough about that. The task is done, and you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. Well done. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a generous stock of arms and equipment. Go and have a look. I think you'll be quite pleased.
Sir, we've had another situation. A code red.
What? This is the third time in 2 weeks. This is unacceptable. How could this happen?
We think there was a system glitch. We're looking into it.
You're all useless. I'll figure out what happened. In the meantime, tell the others
I know it'll
to
be a
on high
difficult
alert.
adjustment for you, but try to remember that synths aren't people.
Right away, sir.
If you see anything even remotely
Excuse me.
suspicious, report
I
it
swear I spend half my time smoothing the feathers that Justin ruffles. We need to be able to collaborate with the other divisions, and that's a lot harder when they're always angry at us.
Your new quarters are here, ma'am. When you're finished here, ma'am, Father wants to see you. It was an honor to fight at your side.
Synths aren't human beings, but supposedly they're the future of humanity. I'll never understand it.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace.
Sean?
Ah, hello, Mother. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
After everything I've been through to find you, I think you already know.
I'm sorry, Mother. Of course, you're right. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. They no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They're crazy, thinking machines are alive.
Agreed. However noble they may believe themselves to be, they are thieves. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
Where are the synths located?
A small settlement at the old Bunker Hill monument. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
Hey, I'll act quickly. You can count on me.
You'll have a contact waiting for you just outside Bunker Hill. Good luck.
Unless you like getting shot.
Our latest intelligence tells us you've infiltrated the Institute and liberated a valuable holotape from their facility. I'm quite disappointed you chose to build the signal interceptor without the Brotherhood Knight. However, you've secured passage to and from their facility, which was one of our primary goals. So, I'm willing to overlook your lapse in judgment, since you've unexpectedly accelerated our plans. I now have 2 missions for you to complete. First and foremost, I want you to bring that holotape to Proctor Ingram right away. There could be data vital to the success of our mission on that tape, so we can't afford to take any chances. The second part of your mission requires a bit of background to explain. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital Wasteland to assist with. During this process, we were able to...
That's fortunate.
Yes, it was. Securing useful resources during... That said, after some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood, and we're fairly certain.
I'm surprised that the Brotherhood let her go.
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. She was Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return. There's a special project we're working on.
Right? What's this project that needs her attention?
Dr. Lee previously worked on a potent weapon for the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd like her to continue where she left off. That's all I can tell you. Just keep your mind on the mission. Good luck, Knight.
I have something urgent to report, Elder. The Institute is attempting to recover escaped synths at Bunker Hill.
How did you obtain this information? Our reconnaissance hasn't reported anything of the sort.
I received the information from the Institute itself.
And you've done the right thing by reporting this to me directly. Well done, soldier. Your report provides us with a golden opportunity. I'm placing you in command of this mission. Exterminate the synths at Bunker Hill, and whomever the Institute sends to retrieve them. I'll instruct Kells to assign you. Dismiss, soldier.
get off duty, that Salisbury steak is mine.
Up there, assume you're being
Can I talk
watched.
to you?
Always.
Something on your mind?
The Institute knows about Bunker Hill. They're planning to recapture the synths there.
The timing couldn't be worse. The old man's been sitting on those 4 synths. There's nowhere else that's safe we could put them. Maintaining your cover is vital. But the sacrifice is just too great.
How much damage would it cause if we let them hit us?
We're running out of places to hide our synths. That's why we put so many eggs in one crowded basket to begin with. So what would we lose? 4 synths, Stockton, some of our best agents, and the inevitable civilian casualties? No, not this time. We've never known when and where the Institute would strike us next. But now we have a chance to turn the tables. We wait until the enemy is in position, then we hit them hard. No one they send out comes back alive except you. Understand?
Won't the Institute be suspicious if I'm the only one left?
You're a lot tougher than anyone else in their outfit. If only one person could survive, it would be you. And any story you come up with won't be contradicted. We can't attack too early. You'll probably have a Courser escort. You'll have to take him down. You've done it before, but it'll still be dangerous.
Like you said?
It's a risk, but it's one.
I've been waiting for you.
So, what's our situation?
I assume you've been briefed? Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear?
Hey, I'm gonna need some of your grenades. Hand them over.
Very well. Our targets are being sheltered by a man named Stockton. Limited backup will be available to us. Use these only if necessary. Here are the recall codes. Follow me. SRB intelligence. The mission's parameters just changed. We go in shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Engaging hostile.
Can't make this. Only opens with a key.
kill is ours!
You killed him!
Sorry. Should've just run.
I've been looking for you.
No, I've got money. It's yours if you let me go.
You there, Synth.
Come on, please. Just don't.
Here they are.
God, it's a Courser.
Oh no.
Issue the reset codes and we'll relay back to the Institute. Time is critical.
I've been looking for you.
No, I've got money. It's yours if you let me go.
Hey, X4.
We must proceed with the mission.
All right, Synth.
Please.
No sudden moves.
Please, no.
Synth are to return to the Institute, not terminated.
Yeah?
Yes?
We're not backing down. We're gonna protect what's ours.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
What's that? Out there! Somewhere! You have to come out sooner or later. Ah! Wanted a fight! What?
That's it. Sean?
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
So why come out here?
To put things in perspective, I suppose. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They left me on ice. For 60 years.
They did. And for good reason. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. Well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out?
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else. Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Well, here I am. Was it worth it?
I believe so. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
It's my fault. I wasn't able to complete the mission.
I gave you this opportunity to prove yourself. Particularly to prove to the Directorate that you deserve a place here. That will now be significantly harder. There will be accusations that you deliberately sabotaged the mission. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Power demand jumped another 5% this year.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's...
I wish Quinton would stop telling those
important.
stupid stories.
Call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust? Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is she doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
I have no idea what that is.
I'll admit I'm relieved. It's intended to be something of a classified project, which I'm sure means everyone already knows about it. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
What kind of compromises?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations. It risks personnel and equipment, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Sounds like an important step.
Well, that's an understatement. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir?
Yes, Dr. Ao. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I am not overly fond of putting my own mother in harm's way, she has proven more than capable of...
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please. As I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Can't be serious.
Everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you. but we're running out of time.
There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the Institute's work. It will be all right. I assure you. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my mother as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? She isn't one of us. She isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my mother has already proven herself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
It's great to have you here.
Our technology must seem pretty advanced by your standards.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Mother. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I don't know if I'm right for this.
Well, I clearly have faith in you. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurance. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation.
Sure.
There are hard decisions ahead for all of us.
My mommy says your father's mommy, but he looks so much older than you.
Dr. Fillmore.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go. Recent events have upset our time. We're going to have to cut some corners. You're going to the mass fusion building.
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I've got it in my hands.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no... But here we are, with our... Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. We don't want them getting the agitator. Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
I can't express how truly humbling it is to stand in your presence.
What others call complaining, I call critical thinking and challenging assumptions.
Brotherhood sure is here. Guess we'll have to go through them.
Allie.
Well, isn't this fun?
Intruder alert!
Godless freak! Not like this, no!
Oh no, can't feel violence.
Target reacquired.
No
Doesn't look
use.
like that'll get us
Not without
anywhere.
the card.
At least not without whatever card activates it. No sign of the agitator. We'll have to search the rest of the building.
Sweet.
Something's out there. Right here.
Help! Take them all out! Max. No mercy. Long live the brother. No! Please. Blow the conduit! Now!
It's clever. I'll give them mercy.
Sweet.
You want some, Adrian?
Shoot on sight!
For honor and glory.
Over here!
Ha! Found you!
Nice.
Light him up!
Huh? The heck? What was that?
Unit down! Caught you!
There's the reactor. Not a bad piece of work for its time.
Nice.
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
Got it.
Surprise contact. Engaging.
Attention. Fugitive should be considered armed and dangerous. Please, take cover until the danger has been...
Guess they weren't so good at mitigating radiation back in those days. Levels
Now
of...
cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
The thing we're looking for, the agitator. It should be in a port at the top of the main.
Security alert in the reactor chamber. Emergency lockdown initiated. Please wait. Decontamination complete.
Just don't know when they're beaten, do they? I'll help the synths buy some time. Make sure you get back to the Institute with the agitator.
Hostile sensor reading detected.
Over here! Stay with me!
You must be terminated.
Here! Over here! Prepare. Feel my... Taking...
Who's there? Try to get located. I'm gonna make it. Area sweep, now! No! Please!
No! Taking fire! Back up!
Signs detected.
Let's play, little human. Your guts around my neck. Come on! Pay for that.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia...
When are you going to
is
tell me
menace.
about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that.
It's my responsibility to make sure this place runs smoothly.
Dr. Fillmore?
I think that was enough excitement for, well, ever. Thank you, really. Couldn't have managed it without you. I'll make sure the agitator gets where it needs to go. I understand Father is anxious to get you involved in something else. You'd better not keep him waiting.
Quentin is such a liar. How'd he know what this
Not that I've noticed, no. I feel quite well.
Interesting. How's your manner? Feeling any fatigue?
No more than I'd expect from a man of my age.
Okay. You're sticking to the regimen we agreed upon?
Yes, Doctor. I'm taking all my little pills.
Interesting.
Yes, thank you, Doctor. I think that will be all for now.
But I haven't quite finished.
I believe we're done now. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I understand mass fusion was a success, despite interference from the Brotherhood of Steel.
We handled them just fine.
That's what Dr. Fillmore reported. I'm quite pleased at the results. Would have been a terrible setback to lose that technology to those savages. The Brotherhood's intervention must be placed in a larger context, however. Future conflict with them is guaranteed. It also cannot go unnoticed that there were concerns within the... I, of course, never doubted your commitment to our cause. But by directly confronting... I'm proud of you, regardless. The Brotherhood is an issue for the future, and we must... And look at me. I'm wasting time.
Whatever it is,
I certainly hope so. This situation, I'm afraid, is something of your...
If I've done something to jeopardize the Institute,
I have no doubt that you will. While you were assisting Dr. Fillmore, a second team was sent out to invite someone from the Commonwealth to join the Institute. Apparently, there was some miscommunication, and this individual called for help, which arrived in the form of your Minutemen. My understanding is that no shots have been fired. I would like it to stay that way. I need you to go there and speak to your Minutemen gathered outside. Insist that they stand down at once. Dr. Thompson is on site, and he will be... I know you can resolve this situation.
they'll listen to me. I'll figure something out. You can consider this handled.
Believe me.
What's going on here?
You're an unexpected surprise. We could use the backup. These Institute bastards aren't getting away. They'll have to go through us to get out of there. We don't know quite what we're up against, but it's good you're here to help. How did you hear about this?
I'm not sure you know what's going on here. This situation is complicated.
Oh, I know exactly what's going on. These assholes think they can kidnap whoever they want, whenever they want. Well, not today. Not while we're here. So, how do you want to play this? We thought about trying to lure them out here, since it'd be easier to kill them. But then we realized we probably ought to storm the place, to make sure they can't disappear on us. That makes sense, right? So, you want to lead the charge?
Have your men hold their ground. I'll go in and assess the situation.
I don't think that's a good idea. Sir, we have to act now. Are you going to lead us in there, or what?
This whole thing is just a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding? Can't wait to hear this. Explain to me how this is a misunderstanding.
You sure you're willing to risk being wrong about this?
Look, I just want people to be safe, you know? I don't want anyone else dying or getting kidnapped or whatever. We won't start shooting them.
Oh, thank God you're here. I was starting to worry we might not make it out of this mess.
Everything's taken care of. You're safe.
Good. Good. It was bad enough that Wallace started giving us trouble, but then he called in those savages.
Those are good men out there.
Those good men of yours wanted to kill me. Can we just get on with this? I know he's potentially important to Phase 3 and all, but I'm not sure it's worth putting ourselves in harm.
If he's really important to the Institute.
You're right. I know they've been keeping an eye on him for years.
Sure.
But once they realized, I think they even... Let's just get Wallace.
No argument from me. Let's go.
Right. There's just... well, there's a slight problem with that. I was thinking, maybe you could...
No problem.
I hope so.
Useless. Got it.
You must be pretty excited being named the next director.
Mr. Wallace, I'm here to talk to you.
You're another one of them, aren't you? Are you a robot?
I mean you no harm. No one here does, all right? We're just here to talk.
You're not stealing my organs, or shooting me into space, or whatever it is you do. I won't let you. I've heard all the stories. I know exactly what happens to people.
Hey, just calm down, okay? I just want to talk to you.
Fine. What do you want from me?
The Institute needs your help, Mr. Wallace. It's as simple as that.
My help? With what?
The Institute has an engineering problem that your scientific expertise could help solve. In exchange for helping us out, you'd be granted access to the most advanced research facility imaginable. Whatever research you wanted to perform, anything, it's possible there. I promise. You'd be safe and secure in a way that's complete.
You'd be helping us create a better world.
That sounds good. Okay, fine. I'll go.
I'm looking forward to working for you, future director. Okay. Thanks.
Hey, I'm here.
I really mean it.
Right?
I'll see you back in the Institute.
Yeah? Hello, ma'am.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Nice work bringing that road symbol.
Ah, there you are. I cannot accept our new guest. With his help, Faith.
I'm proud to help the Institute.
At this point, there is no doubt. There is one more part for you to play. It is time to announce our presence to the Commonwealth. To request that they do not interfere with our plans.
That's a good idea.
Yes, that is one goal. We've prepared some remarks for you to use the microphone here and follow.
For years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists, that we are among you. It's true. But it's not the whole truth. We are here, and we are here to help. Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Today, we activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above ground ceases to exist, ensuring that mankind has a future. We have no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your daily lives. We simply insist that you do not interfere with Institute operations. To do so would result in tragedy for all involved. Rest easy. Know that the future is looking bright, and that mankind will thrive under our guidance.
Well, that was interesting. Perhaps not what we originally intended, but it will certainly get your point across. Now it's time to make sure that everyone hears it. How would you feel about making a little trip to Diamond City?
I'll go if it's necessary.
It absolutely is. The radio station in Diamond City is listened to by many in the Commonwealth. If we'd like the people to hear what we have to say before we preempt their broadcast, we need to ensure it reaches the maximum range possible. I've been assured that the necessary parts are on site. You'll just need report back when you're done.
Diamond City Surplus! Open 24 hours!
Everyone in this city's always jumping at shadows. Chill out, guys.
Oh, hi.
There.
I'll need to find those radio parts. No wonder it isn't broadcasting at full power. Travis.
Okay. I usually don't... This is why.
Okay. Let's try this.
Don't break my
Maybe
stuff.
this
if you
goes
if you don't mind.
here.
I apologize for any disruptions that my work might cause you.
Enjoy your trip to the big city. It's done then? The transmitter.
Everything is in place. It's ready to go when we are.
Good. Once the reactor is online, I'll let you do the... This, my friends, is the moment we've all worked towards. After all your effort, the time has finally come to start our reactor. No longer will we be forced to compromise to survive. No more will we need worry about outpacing our resources. My mother and I couldn't be more proud. Of what you have helped us accomplish. And we look forward to achieving even greater things in the future. The Institute is now truly mankind's best hope. Thank you. All of you.
Son?
It's almost hard to believe. After all those years of hard work, here we are. We've arrived. Look what you...
The job's done. That's what matters.
Don't lose sight of the fact that you're to be thanked. There's more work to be done. The Directorate has convened a meeting about how to proceed. I'm not going to attend. You...
I have to admit, the third-generation sensor is...
Remember to conserve power at every opportunity.
Higgs and Logan have officially lost their minds. They'll be lucky enough to be in.
My compliments.
May
on
I be the
getting
first to welcome you,
B592
ma'am.
back to
We're
us so
looking
quickly.
forward to working with you.
I'm happy to be here, Dr. Fillmore. I hope I do the position justice.
I'm sure you will.
Right now, we're all here because it's finally time to stand up for ourselves.
Let's not be dramatic, Justin.
There's nothing dramatic about it. We're in a position to push back, to assert ourselves here. That's what we've talked about all along.
To bring you up to speed, obviously there are groups in the Commonwealth that stand in opposition to the Institute's goals. With the reactor now online, we have the ability to not only expand synth production, but to project power to a much greater degree.
I'm sure the reactor will improve everyone's life.
Yes, the Directorate has agreed that steps must be taken to ensure our safety in the long...
Let's not beat around the bush. The Directorate has agreed that the Brotherhood of Steel needs to be eliminated.
As the incoming director, we felt it important to inform you of the decision and get your thoughts on it. So, where do you stand?
I think the last thing the Institute needs now is to make things worse. We should be trying to avoid conflict, not starting it.
I would love to see that big airship fly off over the horizon, but it's not gonna happen. The conflict is already upon us. Unless we end it now, it's only going to get worse.
We really don't have a choice. If we're to emerge from this the victors, we need to move quickly. As director, it's up to you and how we focus our efforts in achieving this goal. We'd like your input on what direction we should take. Do we increase synth production or focus on weapons development?
I've seen enough to know that weapons are the key to winning wars. Let's focus on weapons development.
As you wish. The advanced systems folks will get to work immediately. That's all we have for the moment. I believe Father wished to speak with you once our meeting concluded.
Being the director of the Institute is a serious commitment. I hope you understand that.
X688 sounded very impressed with your work at Libertalia. He doesn't give praise lightly. Well done.
We are honored to welcome you here.
Good to see you.
If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please alert the Facilities Division
Son?
immediately.
Ah, there you are. You've met with the Directorate. It was difficult for them to reach the decision.
It's the only way we can ensure the Institute's safety. That makes it the right thing to do.
I'm glad you agree. None what comes next will be easy. You know, Mother, it's no secret that you worked with the Railroad in order to first reach the Institute. The depth of your involvement with them has been called into question repeatedly. I'm sure you can guess by whom. The question is, where do you stand with them now? Do you count them amongst your allies?
Does it even matter? What are you getting at?
I think it's obvious. For the Institute's position in the Commonwealth to be secure, the Railroad must be eliminated. Completely. As our primary above-ground operative and someone who has had previous contact with the Railroad, you are in the best position to carry this out. So what I'm getting at, simply, is this. Are you willing to destroy them?
I can take care of them.
Good. Good. I don't...
Desdemona has an op for you.
I traded some lead with a
Desdemona.
courser outside Dayton.
Something on your mind?
Watch your
You
six
don't
out
look
there.
so good.
The Institute has ordered me to kill you. All of you.
I guess they consider us a real threat after all. I suppose we should be flattered. So really, the question is, what are you going to do about it?
I'm afraid you all have to die.
Huh. Deacon vouched for you. I knew I shouldn't have trusted him.
Uh-huh.
Home.
Sounds like things are pretty bad in bioscience. I hope you can resolve the situation.
And so, the work is done. I am sorry. I know it was likely difficult for you.
It was tough, yeah.
I assure you that there was no other way. Their fanaticism wouldn't have a lot. There is obviously one final threat the Institute faces.
What is it? What's this last threat?
Well, perhaps it's not that obvious after all. The Brotherhood of Steel covets technology, and has made it clear that we cannot peacefully coexist. They will eventually come for us, and attempt to take what we've spent so long creating. We need to destroy them before they can destroy us.
I don't know if that's a good idea. They're well fortified. Attacking them would be risky.
It's necessary. That's all. But the problem with the Brotherhood of Steel goes beyond the edges of the Commonwealth. There are more of them out in the world, Mother. And they...
I don't believe that will happen. Teach them a lesson, and they'll stay away.
That is precisely my intent. We will show them that we will teach them. They will...
Sure. You seem pretty convinced this will work.
The Institute is nothing. Dr. Lee, time is...
At last, we have power adequate to our needs.
Dr. Lee.
What can I do for you?
Sean says it's time.
Ah, that. Well, let's get to it. Dr. Orman, over here, please. It's time.
What now? I'm still working over the code that the robotics sent over. The algorithm is a mess. It's not even close to peak efficiency.
It would seem we've run out of time. Let's go. We're going to cover the basics of the operation as it stands now. Dr. Orman has done most of the prep work, so I'll let her explain.
Okay, thanks. Is this really exciting, or is it just me?
Right.
So, you know that the Brotherhood...
I'm aware of that, yes.
Okay, good. If they were a little less intelligent, we wouldn't even be talking about this. We'd have just swarmed them with synths. But they're not idiots. They've managed to generate an EM field that's messing with our ability to relay...
So we just relay onto the airship and sabotage it.
Won't do us any good. There's no direct... So the immediate area around there, we can relay you in...
Sure. We'll have the element of...
Exactly. You'll have surprise on your side. Should... For every and... Oh!
Oh.
No, they're not... This thing, and I haven't come up with a good name for it yet. It wherever they land, we can lock onto them, and we've only got...
Okay, that's pretty good.
I know, right? Your real job...
It's the Brotherhood's giant robot.
Right. They think it's their ultimate weapon. We've taken everything we know, made a few modifications based on what we think they've done,
right.
And, this part was my idea, uploaded the whole thing into a modified synth, capable of delivering the virus directly in... The little guy is going to be exposed and vulnerable, so...
With Liberty Prime on our side...
He's not going to go stomping around, and he won't be taking orders. But he will have his weapons, and he'll absolutely recognize their airship as the primary communist target in the... So your end... Oh, and don't worry. We'll pull you out of there before everything...
If you have any questions now...
No questions.
Very well.
Dr. Lee might not show it, but I can tell she's excited about having the reactor online.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Standing down. Wait, what was that? Retreat! Ugh. Huh? Give up! Rally! Nice try!
Something's out there.
Right here! Taking damage! Fire away! Mother brotherhood!
Search the area!
To the
Damn it!
brotherhood! Long live the brotherhood!
Weapons ready!
Combat initiated.
Taking damage!
Back up! Taking fire!
Taking damage!
I'm hit! We lost someone!
Life signs detected.
All systems now virus proceeding to target. Engaging hostile lacking enemy.
Curious.
Initiating transfer. Please defend this position.
Core systems. Initializing.
Operating at full capacity. Providing encryption. An enemy may be utilizing stealth. How interesting. You must access a missile processor.
I'm hit! I can't see!
Recalibrating. I know you are out there. Rewriting targeting parameters.
Let me in.
Someone present. Contact detected. Proceeding to target. I will limit the main possible. Proceeding to target.
Fire at will.
Resuming transfer.
Come here. Let me end your suffering. I'm hit. Don't give up. Taking damage.
Finalizing upload in 5, 4, detected. 3, 2, 1. Operation complete. Attacking enemy. Shutting down.
Updated tactical assessment. Red Chinese presence detected. Aerial incursion by communist forces. Cannot succeed.
Damaged. Repairs impossible.
Initiating directive 7395. Destroy all communists.
Time to go, man. We're relaying to a safe location. Always be vigilant. We have many enemies.
We don't usually welcome outsiders. I hope you can appreciate it.
Hello, Sean.
Ah. There you are. I've already heard the news. But of course you wouldn't be here if it... I'm glad it worked, but...
Are you comfortable?
It's good of you to ask. Don't worry about me, just... take care of... Allie has always been loyal to the Institute. And to me, once I'm gone.
I'll do my best.
I know you... Don't worry about me. Our time together has been... I spent years wondering what you were like. I want you to know that...
I'm glad I found you.
As am I. Thank you. Mother, you've helped a boy achieve... I think...
I've lost Sean. All over again. I close my eyes. I see my life before all of this. Before the bombs. Everything can change in an instant, and the future you plan for yourself shifts, whether or not you're ready. At some point, it happens to all of us. This was not the world I wanted. But it was the one I found myself in. The Commonwealth. My home. Ripped apart and put back together. I thought I hoped I could find my family. Cheat time, make us whole again, the way we were. But now I know. I know I can't go back. I know the world has changed. The road ahead will be hard. This time I'm ready. Because I know war. War never changes. I'm through.
You willing to do some work?
I knew you'd join us here, kid. Your energy's tight.
I used to live here. A long time ago.
Ah, but the psych in it.
I'll see if I can find some.
My.
Seems to be growing well.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to... lighten the load, or, you know, if you need anything proofread.